And there. So just to make sure that we have a recording in case any of you guys missed the webinar, you are able to access it. So what we're usually doing is we're posting it now on YouTube. We used to have it under Vimeo too, but then again, we also would like to actually have everyone access it. So we are putting it now on our YouTube channel. So in case you don't know where our replays are, you could always go to this link, youtube.com. I'm just typing it. User and then SqueezeMobi. And all of the webinars that we've been conducting lately, you could see them there. So that's it. So again, I hope you guys are having a good day. Most of you may be in the west where the sun is shining still and it's still morning or noontime, or some of unlike us guys here in the east, we now have the moon shining up on us. I don't think we do have the moon though, but anyway, it's nighttime here and we are having a good time. I'm just waiting for you guys to give me your first question, but while waiting for that, hi Carol. While waiting for your question, let me just show you again the um, platform. So we have the platform here. So again, some of you guys are asking why you are having a different view for the training here as opposed to the resellers. So again, you would have, because we've been getting complaints regarding your clients seeing what you could see for the advertiser view. So you should only have the um, Lime Cellular here for the support. But then again, for the training, only the reseller could now see it. Okay. And we have Jane, breakfast. Wow. Nice to know that. And I also love coffee. I've downloaded my premium site builder sites. There is no reason to upload to the app builder if they are ready for external hosting. Is there? Um, Regarding that, actually, you could have your premium mobile sites created as a mobile apps as well. It would actually be best also to have an app version. You could actually make your website act like an app. You could convert your sites to an app. So you could do that. It's actually a good idea to actually have your sites created as an app as well. If it's a simple website where you only have functionalities similar to the app, because again, like what I mentioned before, I'm not sure if you were on that webinar. There are certain functionalities because some people are asking why should I have like a mobile website and a mobile app at the same time. The thing there is that mobile apps are generally created for you to be able to allow your clients to have your content for them to be able to still access it even while offline. So for example, I have an iPod Touch with me, and we actually need to have a Wi-Fi connection to be able to access the mobile websites. Without that, the iTouch could not access information on the internet. So if I'm actually walking, listening to music, and then I don't have that connection, then definitely, unlike for an iPhone that actually has internet capabilities using your provider, your phone provider, then for the mobile apps, you won't be able to actually do that. So it's best that you have a simpler version of your mobile app to ensure that you actually have um, information on how to allow your, I'm actually reading some of your questions. Sorry about that. So let me just go ahead and answer one of the questions. So build an app. Okay. It's very easy. As you can see, all you have to do first, let me just go back to the screen, is click on the mobile apps here. Okay. So you would know that it's an app or a mobile website by the logo here. Okay. So there, you could maximize this. If you'd like to just view the different templates that we have, this view is actually on the My Apps view. This is your main view once you log into the site. So you also have the templates here. So if you'd like to just see the templates first, you could just go ahead and click on templates or create new app. It's almost the same. For the create new app though, the only difference is that here you are asked to fill out information about the app already. For the templates, you could just go ahead and choose the template that you are going to use first before creating the site. So actually, you could fill out information about your app um, before you publish it, or by editing the app, you could do that. So I usually just do it by the templates first, since I don't want to put anything else first on any information yet about the app, and then just edit it afterwards when I would like to actually just have the application um, published, either if it's an Android on the Google Play, or if it's an iPhone or an Apple iOS, then on the iTunes. So let me just check here. And as you can see here, I'll answer the next question in a short while. So you can see here we have the different templates. What you are seeing here right now are the templates that we have for previous products. So you have the MTI, or the Mobile Treasure Island templates, SME, which is the Social Mobile Evolution templates, MCC Mobi Cache Cyclone as well, and other landing pages that we have. So you could use this as templates, but not necessarily, because there are also, it's also a question earlier that asks if you need to actually use all the different pages. Actually, it's not necessary. You could delete pages if you don't need them. For example, if you just need 3 pages for your app, then do so. You could go to, there's a lot of templates. You could go to the 21st, for example, where you have the generic ones. These are the ones that you have on the SMB site that's not from the SqueezeMobi products that we've launched previously. So here are they. I'm just actually showing it to you. So let's first use like an active one. Okay. Here, just click on select, and you should be able to start creating. And while I'm waiting for that, let me just question from Deborah, which I could actually demonstrate in a short while. Building an app for a client, and they want the pages on their existing mobile site from the app, but the app seems to only want to link to other pages inside the app. So they'd like to actually link to other pages. There's supposed to be you could actually do that. Here, these are the templates. I'll show you that in a short while. These are the ones that are pre-made. Okay, so you already have contents. You could just edit that, replace items here or links. It's up to you. Okay, so these are the pre-made ones. Let me just look for, because we have that. If you'd like to use this, just click on Use Templates. Let's find a blank one, just for you to be able to see how it works. I think it's somewhere around the 6th or the 7th, because we have been uploading and editing the templates here. You have here the SMF. Okay, these are the landing pages that we had. Also have the MNRs now available. This in a box here. There. So I think it's somewhere here. My business. Sorry if I'm browsing. I'm trying to find the. Let me just find the blank template. So there, it's on the 12th now. Before it's on the 8th. Anyway, there's a blank template. So which means you are to supply all the different contents, including pictures. You could actually design it the way you'd like it to look. So this is for people who are sort of creating sites for clients where they actually do not see a template on the site that would allow them to use that, or to do that. So here, as you can see, it's asking information about your site, or your app rather. You could change it here. I'll just not change that. You could name the app here. If you already have a name for the app, you could do that here. Okay. Thank you for the blank. Yes. Let me just wait there. I'm sorry, it's taking quite some time. It's actually peak hour here again, the Philippines. There. So we now have the site, and just keep having your questions posted. If you, I'll just try to go back. Okay, can log into the site. What's happening? Is there error messages that you are getting if you are unable to actually access the site right now? Okay. So here, I'll just configure this later. This is what I'm talking about. You could change the platform from here, background, contact info, and everything. You could change it here. But then again, you could just configure that later. That's what I usually do. Why? Because I mean, there may be certain things that you'd like to add. So if you do that now, and then have to edit it later, then you are actually going to spend. I mean, that's not going to be productive in a sense that you have to go back to it and edit it afterwards. So here you can now edit the pages. So how do you do that? Just click here. And so these are the different tabs. So it's actually considered a page. Some people are asking, how could I edit the content of the tab? I could not see edit tab. Actually, it's the content of the tab and the page are actually on the same section. So tabs are also considered as main pages. The pages within the tabs are actually considered as sub-pages. So this is how you actually put it. You could add a new page if you'd like to, okay, and have it linked under the tab section, or you could just edit the content from here, okay. Okay, while we're waiting, let me just answer that. What's the benefit of an app versus a mobile site? Again, app, you are able to actually give access to your clients for contents about your site, even if it's offline. Okay. However, for the mobile for the mobile website, definitely you need to have your clients connected to your website for you to be able to ensure that your clients could access your information. And it's actually proven that, of course, definitely, it's not always that your clients have access to internet. There are different reasons for that. One, it could be the device that they're using is not always accessible for internet connection. For example, we have the tablets that doesn't the old tablet versions that doesn't have SIM cards or capability to have phone connection like the iPhones and the other Android phones. So when that happens, you could not showcase information about your site. So if let me just give you a more concrete example. If I am selling stuff online, for example, I'm selling clothes. You don't need to have your clients connected to the internet, for example, to see or showcase the products that you're selling, right? You could actually create an app to allow your clients to see what you're selling. And that app, you could have that installed on the actual phone, and they could use it like a game. If you know, for example, Temple Run, or now Candy Crush is becoming one of the favorite iPhone apps, or even Android, and all those other type of games. You could actually use it on your phone or your mobile device even without connecting to the internet, right? The thing there is that you could actually have your app also connected to the internet if you want them to. You could put information and links there that leads them to their mobile site if they have internet connection. So you could have them browse through your product, have them see the products you're selling, and then just have them click the buy button. And when they do that, if, for example, they wanted to have it, they could just add it to cart, and then you could have a page where you could actually keep all their the choices that they had, right? And then you could just buy it later, or once they have the internet connection, something like that. Those are just the different types of ways it differs and the different functionalities they have. Okay, so let me just um, show you how you could actually add pictures and link as well. This is actually a common question we're getting, so I'm going to answer it for you guys. For example, this is if you'd like to actually add a text, for example, this is a heading, the H1, and this is a paragraph. So what's the difference? So headings, we know that those are the headings for the pages. You have first heading, H2 for the second heading, and so on. You could have up until 6 if you'd like to. And you also have the paragraph, which is the main content. Headings for the title, you have the paragraph. So here, for example, you have let's have heading 1. Let's insert it. I click H1 for there. So now, as you can see, if I click here, you now have the cursor blinking to show you that you can now start typing. For example, let's have SqueezeMobi as the title. I'm actually doing an app, okay? Some people are maybe confused that I'm actually doing a mobile site. You could change the colors. You have the fonts here. You could change it to a different font if you'd like to. You only have the basic fonts here for our site, our app rather. So for example, let's use Verdana. There. If you know HTML, you could do it here. But then again, if not, like WordPress, you could just customize it here. Functionalities for WordPress is almost the same here. So if you are familiar with WordPress, you can do that. You can make the size even bigger if you need to, or as big as possible since it's a heading. There. You could even change the color. So let's change the color to, you could type in the color here if you'd like to, if you know the code, of course. If not, you could just try and choose the color from there. So we now have SqueezeMobi. How do you link it to an external page? Just highlight it, and do you see here you have a link? You could link it to a tab, as you could see. Okay, I'm answering your one of the questions now, and I'm seeing questions about it as well. So this is it. This is the answer for that. You could link it to tabs there. So these are the tabs, and even pages. If you have created a page, you would see the page here. Okay. If you'd like to have it to an external URL, this is it. Just click this and then type in the external URL. For example, you would like to connect this to SqueezeMobi.com. There. Just insert it, and this link should now be this word should now be linked to let's just save this to the external page. You could also do that to pictures. How? Let me just add a picture first. This is the picture icon, insert image. If you hover through any of the items, oh sorry, I clicked it. If you hover through any of the items here, it would give you the functionality. So you can see I'm hovering through it. There. So here is the insert image right below the paragraph. You could use the one that you have already available for you. These are the ones that's on your resources manager, which means this has been uploaded and you can now use it. You could search online, like what I mentioned before. Just make sure that if you use any of the pictures using the browser functionality, just make sure that you are authorized to use it. For example, let's have cute pictures. There. So you can see these are pictures that you could use, that you could get online. Again, make sure that you are authorized to use this. If not, then definitely you would have to answer to the person who owns the picture. You could also have the gallery. These are the pre-made pictures that we have. There's a lot. So like Facebook, icons, stars, and other icons that you could use there. So, or you could just upload a single file or a zip file where there's a lot. So let's upload a file, for example. Let's go to pictures if I have any. I don't have, because I just reformatted my computer. So let's use this koala, for example. Let me just upload that. Are all those fonts available on mobile devices while we're waiting? Yes, they should be available on mobile devices. Those are just the common fonts that are used for mobile sites, mobile devices, and so on. Those are just generally the ones that the format that are used. Can you create an app for a business who don't have a website? Yes, definitely. You could create a site for somebody and not create a mobile app, then definitely that's okay. And vice versa. You could create a mobile app for somebody who doesn't have a website. For example, the games that are created online, or rather as an app, or music apps before, not all of them does have a website unless they become too popular and so on. But some of them commonly doesn't have their site. It's taking quite some time to upload. Don't know why, but let's just cancel that and use any of the ones on the gallery to make it fast. So add to resources there. So you now have the camera, and just click that. As you can see, anything that you upload or add, you have a preview here. Let's choose that. So this, If you'd like to link it to an external page, you can do that. Just click the link, this one, okay? And you could just have it linked to an external page. And that's it. You could easily do that. Um, there, you could also link it to an external site using that. You could unlink it using this one here. These are the link tools that you could use. You could link it to an email, mail to link. You could also add a phone number here if you'd like to. There, just link text, what text they're going to see, and so on. So you could do that, just like how you would do it in WordPress. Okay? So the app is not hosted anywhere, correct? Yes. You need to actually have it published on any of the different app stores. So let me just show it to you. It's from the coaching area. I cannot do that because again, I need to actually have an actual app that I need to um, publish. So let me just go to here. I'll just make it big for you so that you could see it. Oh, there. So how to publish your app on App Store. So this is a step-by-step instruction. I'll just explain it to you with the previews. So first, once you have completed your app, for example, this is a photographer app that has been created, okay? All you have to do is click on Ready to Publish, okay? If you have already completed it, just click on that one, and the submission process would start. So again, you could just click on Start Submission Process. This is for the iOS or Apple. And you need to fill in the information regarding your app. So here, these are the same thing that you would see when you start creating your site. So this is what I'm telling you about, that you could just edit later if you're ready to publish it. So for example, the App Store app name, if it's photographer, or if you have a different name for that, and the features. Okay, this is the description that they're going to see on the App Store. So daily tips and lessons in the photo IQ section and so on. That's the description. It's up to you what your app is about. You could also put keywords as to what your app is, what keywords your app applies to, and change the different categories. If it's lifestyle or how to and all that. And then you could also choose a secondary category for that. Again, that's optional. You need to have at least a primary one. So here, as you can see, these are the descriptions of the different sections. Okay, like what I mentioned, secondary category is optional. There. So you need now to upload an app graphic. So what is the app graphic? This graphic that you're going to upload, it should be 57 by 57. That's the icon that you see on your iPhone or your Android device. So if you, for example, go to your iPhone right now, you see there are different icons, right? To let you know what app you have installed. So there, that's how you, this is the actual icon that's going to appear on those users who actually have it uploaded, or rather downloaded on there and installed on their phone. Okay, so here, as you can see, all icons should be PNG. Okay, it cannot be JPEG, bitmaps, or GIFs. It should be PNG files, and it should be non-transparent. Okay, if it's transparent, it may actually have some problems when it comes to when you use that. Okay, so here, as you can see, it's nice that you have round corners. What are the round corners? This one. There. Those are the rounded corners. These are the normal ones that we have. So there. And then these are the information that you just have to fill out. Okay. And then select build type. You could do manual build. A developer will manually build your app and review it. So this for 24 to 48 hours. And automatic build. The system will make an attempt to build your app as is. In case of failure, system will just send you a login error. So it's best that you actually use manual build so that somebody would actually check it for you. And here, if you need to actually have an Apple developer account. And there, If you don't have, you could use your Seattle Clouds account. So push notifications could be enabled. If you are using Photographer, you need to have a premium account of $49.99. The rest would not require that. And how to generate your APN, there's also a tutorial separate for that. And that's it. That's how you actually submit it on. It's almost similar for your Android device. You should see the tutorials there. Let me just see your other questions and go back to the main site. Okay. Sorry if I'm going a bit fast. I'm trying my best to be able to answer as much questions as I could. The ones that I showed you, you don't have to worry. It should be on the coaching side. Can I use a different Apple Dev account so like mine and some apps put clients in theirs? Yes, definitely. You could use a different developer app once you actually have it. Is there a charge? I don't. I tried that, but I didn't see a charge for that for the manual app. But make sure that you also check as well to see. Usually there's a prompt that would show you there how much the charge is if there are charges. So you can publish on iOS and Android. Should you publish on both? Robert, not necessarily, but then again, if you publish on both, it's gonna be best because you are going to expand the scope of the people who could use your app. Like for example, we have Smurfs. I'm playing Smurfs. Funny, but I was enjoying that. If you have Smurfs, I see I have Smurfs on my iPod Touch, and I also know that a friend of mine uses Smurf on her Android device, a Samsung device. So if I only have an Apple device, I mean enabled, then what happens is the people using the Android would not be able to actually use it. So you are missing on a lot of other people who may actually use your device, or rather app. So the app needs to be published before the links works. Yes, Deborah, it needs to be published for you for the links to actually work. How do you use what you call that, the tap to call? So you could just actually put in a text, for example. Here, let me just. Where's the call? Sorry, my screen is blocked by the questions. Let me just move it first. There. So you could, for example, tap to call. And then you could put a number, for example, 1-415-998-75. Don't know whose number is this. 23, 1, 2, 3. There. Oh, sorry, numbers and dashes only. 555 there. So let's insert that. And here, as you can see, you have the tap to call there added. So once you actually have your app saved and published, that should work as a tap to call button. Okay, you can even add designs to that, add pictures, for example, to make it look better. But this is how simple it is for you to actually have that added. Can you create a landing page from scratch to see buttons, links, and a form? Yes, you could do that. You could just create one page. Like I have here, as you can see, what I have here is just the tab one. You could simply delete. You could use the mobile site or this one to ensure that you actually. Let me just save this. And again, guys, save first. I'm getting a lot of questions about this. Save first before hitting done. Even if you hit done and you made some changes and you did not click save, then whatever you did would not be saved. So you could delete this, for example, the different tabs if you want to, and just have tab one, okay, active. So that could work like a landing page. So as you can see here, I'm moving my mouse over to the items, and the cursor is changing to signify that you have already the links active. Okay, so there. And you could just change the background if you'd like to and so on. Can you change the app feature after you publish to the iTunes App Store? Yes, but then again, you need to actually have your app updated. I think that's going to be a different one than the update should be done on the App Store itself. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar how you actually do that, but I know for a fact that you could. You could have your features and everything else updated once you have your app published. Okay, let's just go here and let's just click on done here. There. So, and the page, yes, the pages here. So we have page settings. You also have edit pages. These edit pages is where you could actually edit the contents and settings. As you can see here, I'm clicking it now. This preview is actually live. Okay, so this should already work. And like as you can see earlier, you saw the number. My internet is just kind of slow now. If you click this, that you should actually get an error if you're not able to connect to that and so on. Okay. What is the target? The target is actually the actual type of device you would like to use. Okay, it could be an iPhone, an iPad. You could also have Android, Kindle, and web app. Okay. When the user downloads your app, do you get any information from the App Store? I think there's an option. Yes, Jane. Again, I'm not really familiar when it comes to the App Store settings. But then again, I believe there is an option there for you to be able to be notified when it comes to the activities of your app. Apart from that, I believe you also get periodical emails from them giving you information. Okay. But iPhone app will work on Android. Robert, there may be there are a lot of functionalities that may not work for from iPhone to the Android. So what happens is whatever you actually when you try to use an iPhone app on an Android, I believe there may be some configuration problems with that. Even if you actually have the same I mean if you actually have the same content, you might want to create one for each to ensure that you have um, the configuration right for each of the different types of device. Yep, Deborah. Yes, you can check your status in your Apple App Dev account. Yes. Again, I believe there are because I've read about it that there are notifications, status information about the app that you publish. But then again, I just haven't seen that because honestly, I haven't created one. We have one, but then again, I just tried to publish one earlier, but did not go through with it because it's just a test app that I have and wouldn't want people to download that. and ask us why the app is like that. There are different platforms and are not cross-compatible. Yes, Deborah, you're right. That's like what I'm saying. You would have configuration problems, and if you try to use an app from a different developer, and sometimes you cannot even download them. Even if you try to access, for example, I think you could go to the website. For example, you could go to the App Store website. But then again, if you try to download something, I believe you won't be able to do so. There are updates and it takes a few weeks to get them approved. Google App Play is much faster. That's just sharing from Deborah. Okay, Robert, I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure why um, you have that, but I'll check on that one. If you still cannot log in, if you have problems, just go to, oh, my password didn't work. Sorry about that. Please send us a ticket right now. We have our support team, and we'll be checking that. So please go to squeezemobi.zendesk.com. Up there. So other questions about the app? Okay, so pages. Okay, let me just answer that. Sorry, I went out. Here, as you can see, these are the tabs, but you could create pages definitely. For example, so here, let me just make my screen bigger. So just so you know where I am, it's kind of big now. So here, as you can see, this is the preview. Just scroll down, you can see the different pages or tabs rather that you have. Or if you have pages, you should see them there. All you have to do is just scroll down, and you should see here, copy. You could copy one of them if you'd like to, but you could delete or remove one or add one if you have to. So just when you click on the plus, you should you should be able to add one. So I clicked it, and let me just make my screen smaller so you could see how it looks. And I hope you're seeing it now. So this is making it smaller. As you can see, these are the different types of pages. So some people are asking why different pages and what are they about? Okay. Here, as you can see, the different pages for the HTML type, you could, there as you can see, this is how they look like. So if you're familiar with the pages that you use when creating, for example, Aweber broadcasts or messages that uses the HTML content. So this is how they are. Menu page types. Okay, so like the title says, these are menu types. So for example, color menus that go to page 1, go to page 2, or you could edit those titles. Buttons, you could also do that. Okay, like the ones that we have, you could also have it like this, and so on. And HTML, another HTML page types. These are the commonly used ones. For example, about us, audio streams, calculator, signature stamp. You could do that. And you also have native page types. So here, dictionaries, calendars. You also have geo page types. So there are people asking, I saw a question. Let me just go back to it. Yep. How can you make the location work? You could actually do it here. So you can see there's a check-in option. Okay. Again, this only works if they have internet connection or their phone allows that. Also have globe, location finder, and even maps, and even nearby locations. So these are the geo locations. So if they are searching for like restaurants, and they could actually check which are the locations, photo effects, and so on. So these are, you have quiz, barcode, scanners. People are asking what are these for. Barcode scanners, if you have coupons, you could use this. You don't have to use a different platform to scan codes, even QR codes. Okay. You even have EPUB if you are publishing books using EPUB. There's also readers that you could add for people to be able to access, and PDF as well, PDF readers. So those are just ones. Let me just try and show you the Google Maps because I saw a number of questions about this. So just create the page. Okay, you could just name the page. For example, find us, it's up to you. And just edit the content. So here, and while we're waiting, after 22, you add new advertisers to build more. Let me just check here. Actually, you could build as many as you could, but there will be additional charge for your additional app. Yep, you're right, Deborah. There will just be further charges. And here, as you can see, you have map title. You could change that, and you could add location. Okay, so for example, you could place make the title like New York if you have New York City. And here, you can add the locations. So for example, click this. Let's just wait for that. Let's add a location. So there, as you can see, this is now New York. Okay, this should have been added. There, you have location 1. And you can see the map loaded with the New York map. So you could add a new one, for example, New Jersey, which is just near New York. Ah, New Jersey. Okay. And then just add that as location 2. Okay. And then you have location 1 for New York, location 2. You can even change the location details here, target URL, and so on. You can even have the latitude and the longitude. You could even have the place name. Okay. For example, if it's up to you what where you would like to actually have the place name added. So this is how you actually create it. Just save and then hit done if you already have the locations you would like to actually have added. Okay, so there. And okay, let me just check your other questions here. Okay. An app, yep. It's just very easy to actually use. You just have to choose the different aspects you'd like to add. As well as for the pages, some people are trying to create their own page. They try to actually create, customize their own pages using blank pages. But I would like to actually assure you guys that if you just use the different page functionalities, almost everything you need to create, uh, the menu page, for example, and so on. It's almost here. You have forms, okay, or about us, okay, tap to map, tap to call, etc. For example, let's have the about us. Let me just show you what they do. And you could really play around with it. You could just delete pages if you don't need them. If you want, you could, like what I did before, I tried each page and played with them. So here, you could just edit that, the content. Let me just show you how what things you could do with about us. Here, let me just check here. There, so let's just wait for that to load. Okay, you could, as you can see here, this is the about us page. Okay, and you could convert it to a different page if you'd like to, but then again, you are trying to create a page type, which is an about us. So here, these are the information that you see here. You could just simply change it here. Okay, just click each one of them and you should be able to actually change what's appearing here or what you'd like to actually have them show here, because those are examples. Website address and the actual about us, the lorem ipsum that you see there, you could edit that and you could add more components if you need to. Okay, for example, if you'd like to also ask for their You have telephone number, address, gender. Okay, and you could also have the schemes here. It could be an add to cart scheme if you are trying to sell something. Could be a bookmark, Facebook, for example, and so on. So there. Once you're done, just save and then hit done. And everything here could be edited, as you can see. And that's it. You could really create different pages and you don't really have to worry about having to create your own. Okay? You could just use the different pages and just use them for you to be able to actually make the necessary changes. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Deborah. And honestly, these are very easy. I Some people are asking me, how did I learn from it and all that. Whatever access I have with and whatever information I can get from the site are the same ones that we have posted. So you don't have to worry if you feel that there may be some knowledge that are not available to you on the coaching area. No, I would like to tell you that everything I have here is just my the things that I read and got from the coaching area as well. Okay, and let's see the other pages here. If because some people are asking about the pages. Let me just see the other questions first. Okay, let me just add another page just so you could see. Okay, so if you're not sure, as like what I told people before, if you're not sure as to what the page is about, all you have to do is just hover through them, and you should be able to actually see a preview of what that is about. I think I've shown it there. You could even, if the hover doesn't work right away, just click it. Here, as you can see, I'm clicking that. Left click it, and it should give you a there. You also have photo effects, Facebook fan page. It could allow you to have feeds for your Facebook, Twitter, YouTube as well, and so on. So that's just how easy it is for you to um, know what the page is about. Here, some trivial things that you could use as well to make your app fun. Okay, and let's just go back to. I like this. Some people are, yes, you could actually use pictures for menu. Some people are asking about it. Yes. Let me just show you that. There are some here. There, for example, this one. This is an image menu. You could use the image itself to for people to be able to tap on or click on. You also have thumbnails here. There, those are pictures, picture thumbnails. There's even the magazine menu. I like this one. It looks clean. Sidebar menu, minimalistic ones as well, and so on. These are the classic ones that used to be the ones that are used for this type of apps. But then again, you can now have a lot. For example, let's have the image menu. This looks really cool. You could just use. Okay, let me just wait for that to load. And while we're waiting, again, let me just try to see. Okay, do you have a redirect script to use for the mobile app? You don't have that, but we do have a redirect script that you could use for your mobile site to redirect your clients to your mobile sites right away if you have a desktop version as well. Can you make books with this app? Yes, there's actually a template that's already for let me just I'll go to that in a short while. But there is actually a template that is already um, meant for books. Most web hosts. Yep. Let me just share this here. Sorry, still not loading. Let me just see your other question. So there, so you can see the image here. It should be PNG files, as you can see. Just dragging and dropping them. You could do that. You could play around with it if you'd like to. Okay. You could just easily delete them as well. Just highlight it and delete it like how you would do it on WordPress. Okay. So if you'd like to change this, for example, header, if you'd like to use a different header, I don't know what this is. Let me just check. Default PNG. What is that one? Background logo. There's a background. Let me just, let's try and find an icon here. You could upload your own if you'd like to. Again, you could use any one on the, for example, this is your logo. Of course, you need to upload yours. So there, as you can see, this is now your logo. And you could have images added. So these are the footer PNG. You could just change that if you would like to actually use a different footer. But I won't be using any footer for this one. But again, you could change it and use your own footer. Item 1, just click one so you can now add an item here or an image. So for example, let's use just the ones on the gallery to make it fast so that I don't have to upload. But like what I mentioned, you could always upload your picture. Add to resources to make it possible for you to use it. And then just choose it in there. And you could link it to a page. So this is a menu page. So you could link it, for example, to tab 1. And then add another one, item 2. Add another, maybe something else on the gallery. This one. There are 22 pages of galleries that you could, pictures you could use. So those are for free. There's no fee to use any of the images here. So there you could link it, for example, to tab 2. And you could even move them if you'd like to. I think I just closed one. Okay. So there. You could just drag and drop it if you would like to as well. You could add as many more image that you think would fit on your screen and so on. Once you're done, just hit save and click done. Okay. How to add a back to home button. So yep, that should be easy. You should have here, for example, let's just go to edit pages. Okay. There. You have page settings and design properties. Sorry about that, excuse me. As you can see, the page settings, you could actually change the navigation bar, add banners, so like this one, okay? RevMov, you could also do that. Transition, when they actually move from one screen to the next, clicks and all that, okay? You can even hide the tab bar if you'd like to, and even have sharing added to it if you also would like to. Okay, and change the navigation bar logo if you'd like to. That's what it is. Okay, and let's just wait. I think it's still loading. So we're going to the navigation menu. Okay, there. So these are the different tabs. You could change them edit the tab to your own icons as well if you'd like to. As you can see here, it's just 48 by 32 pixels. You could make the changes. Also make it look like this one, and this is how it's going to appear. You could even add custom tabs. Okay, so those are the navigation menu. I'm just going through each one of them. Some people are asking. Application settings. So here, you could enable rotation. Okay, these are disabled by default. Okay, so you could enable that. Startup options, you could have a welcome page, access control, so you can view this app. Okay, okay. Bump, PDF Tron, Google Analytics. These are the ones that these are things that you could add to your um, app. Again, I'd like to discuss them in details, but this is really going to take some time. So do apps have to be published in Apple or Google to be used, or can they be used without being in the store? Renata, actually, you need to have them published for you to be able to have your users download the app and have them use on their mobile phones. The thing about that as well is that once you have it published, the system would actually identify and know whether your app has any problems also. To be configured and you reconfigured in case you actually have or saw problems on the site. Okay, and yep, you could copy any of them if you need to. For example, this one, if you'd like to duplicate them, you could just do that. And here, it's the same one. You could change the settings. Once you click that, you could even change some. Yes, you could change the transitions. You could make it flip or curl or slide, or if there's none. So for the book, you could actually use that. Okay. And here are the different ones. Okay, so let's just go back to the main screen there and click done. So these are the settings. You could also change the style there. Okay, if you want to change the styles, just make sure that you know CSS. Let me just go to the templates first and show you the books. Yep, not just books actually. Some people are asking if you could use the apps for not not just like a content or a site. Actually, you could use it many different ways. You could use it as a template for a landing page if you'd like to. Let me just go to the mobile business in a box, dog grooming. So as you can see here, for example, this is a radio app. It's ready. You just have to change the names and titles. You could even create an iPhone bookstore, and this is the blank template. Let's just find the book. You even have travel, fashion. Hmm. My business is a generic one for business. Pizzeria, you also have one. Sports, uh, do you have a realtor template? I believe we have something that's yes for realtor. iPad, newspaper, directory, social network. This is the real estate agent. Okay, so this should work for the realtor. Sorry, there's no select functionality yet, but that's a good idea. We'll consider that. Fan pages, coffee shops, iPad quiz restaurants. Sorry, there's as you can see, I'm actually trying to go through it one by one still, but um, having there's a bookstore, taxi cab, quiz. You could also have trivia type of app or quiz app, car dealerships, winter, um, celebrity, restaurant, memory game, 4-tab app, this is an RSS reader, a business app, there. So these are the different templates. You just saw Valentine's earlier. iPad templates. These are for iPad screens. Okay, so some people will try to use that on the iPhone, but it's gonna work really well. So those are the different templates that we have. Is there a search function to find an app template? Sorry, there's none yet. But um, here, I think this is the My App section. Let me just see if this works. Mm-hmm. This just works for the ones that you've created, but contains, let's see. Hmm, there's none. None yet, but again, that sounds like a really good idea. We would want to create that. Can you make game apps? Yes, definitely you could. There are templates that's for games, or you could also create your own if you'd like to actually do that. Okay, let me just check the other questions that you have. Can you, where can we find the tutorials? The tutorial should be on the coaching site, but I just heard that we are currently making some updates on the site, so please bear with us. If you are seeing some changes, that's because we are currently updating some items here. Okay, let me just check the other questions that you have. Thank you so much, Claudette. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm trying to check all the other questions. And if I miss anything, don't worry again. You should see this on the coaching area. Let me just show you how it looks like and guide you through it. This actually from the coaching area. You have apps, knowledge database. So for the training, we have there the webinars that we've done. That shows you how we did or edited the different apps. So these are different videos, or if not videos, you should see here um, the step-by-step guide, including the screenshots, things like that. You should see them here. Okay, and if you have questions as to what the functionalities of the different things on the apps are, you should see them here as well. So somebody's asking about EPUB. This is EPUB, for example. Okay, you could read through the definitions about EPUB here. For example, as you can see here, it's actually telling you that it's a standard for digital publication. So you could use an EPUB, add an EPUB reader, for example, to make it for you to be able to actually read it. You also have um, information here. Let me just, sorry, it's taking quite some time on my, let's just go back to the knowledge base. Okay, sorry about that. I think my that's my internet connection. Let me just try and refresh my screen for you guys. I'm just stopping my screen share and resuming. And let me just see if there. This is the coaching area. So if you can see it, here is the knowledge base where I get all of the answers to my questions and all that. So everything you need to know is here. What the PDF readers for photo effect, EPUB, bookstore, if you need a barcode scanner, what's an automatic build, and how do you request for it. Some people are asking about manual and automatic build. So there, you could see it here, and so on. So this is just how easy it is. So I hope I was able to answer most of your questions. And we hope to actually see you again for the mobile sites Q&A. We hope to actually have more Q&As like this in the future so that we could guide you through more functionalities about the different platforms that you have on the SqueezeMobi Billionaire. Again, this is the actual knowledge base area where you have the different tutorials there. So it's going to be very easy because we also have screenshots for them. Okay, creating the distribution certificates, APN certificates, how to enable push notification service and all that, which will be useful for your app. So, but then again, yep, I'm seeing your questions regarding if you need to actually use them. No, let me just let you know that not all these are available functionalities for you to use, but they are not mandatory functionalities for you to use on your mobile app. For example, push notifications can be useful for some, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone should actually use it, right? It's just there for you to take advantage of. But if you don't need that, then definitely it's not something that you need to actually have added to your site. Or rather apps, sorry. I'm checking your questions now. Okay. Yep, this is recorded, so we should have this posted on YouTube as well. Just give us at least 24 hours to um, show it to you guys. Okay, and not I'd like to answer more of your questions, but I don't want to take more of your times, guys. Some of the questions I was able to already answer. I You could actually watch the review, or rather the replay, if you missed them. Sorry, but I don't want to repeat the answer to them since you could see the replay later. But again, guys, thank you so much for being with me, for joining me and making the whole experience as well fun for me. I'm seeing a lot of your feedback. I thank you so much for that. If there's any suggestions that you also would like to give us, we very much appreciate them. Again, all the suggestions that you've been giving us, we are noticing, noting them, making sure that we try our best to adapt and help you out. Like the reason why we're actually having the Q&As right now, just so you know, guys, is because we have been getting a lot of requests from people sending us requests via Zendesk, private messages via the Facebook account that we have. We've been getting a lot of requests for a Q&A webinar. So as you can see, we are giving it to you guys, apart from the weekly Thursday webinar for SqueezeMobi Billionaire. So this is it for today. I hope to see you guys for Thursday, same time. Again, let me just because some people are getting confused. For the Monday webinars, what we're doing is just Q&A. So all of the questions that you have, we try to answer them. But for Thursday, we actually hold the actual SqueezeMobi Billionaire webinars. So those are the ones that are more organized, that we actually have topics to discuss to help you use the platform better. But for this one, we just try to answer your questions as they actually come on the chat system. But anyway, again, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good day, and God bless everyone. Good day to those who's still daytime on your area, and good night to all of you guys who are about to sleep tonight. And God bless us all.